So I'm going to start playing something now. I'll walk away and we'll see how far I can get from the phone before it breaks up. These Jabra Elite 5 earbuds are almost the perfect thing. I think that compared to some of the other devices that I've got here, these are definitely the best. I will tell you why they're not 100% perfect, but I would buy these every day because they're that good. We'll go through some of the others that I've got and some of the downfalls. But first, let's just go through the specs of the Jabra Elite 5. Primarily, the reason for getting these is for the ANC, or the automatic noise control. And the reason for that is, when I'm out and about, I don't want to hear traffic noise, but primarily I do quite a bit of flying. And when I'm on a plane, I find that automatic noise control, or ANC, it just blocks out all that hum and engine noise that you get in the fuselage and just allows you to get a bit of sleep. Also, it blocks out the kids that are crying, etc, etc. So with these Jabra earbuds, you've got an intelligent noise control, which basically allows you to decide how much noise you want blocked out, whether you want hear through, all sorts of things like that. Really, really good. I'll show you that on the phone shortly. They've got 6 microphones, which basically means that not only does it pick your voice up, it also hears what's going on in the environment and blocks that noise out. There's also internal microphones, so if it's really noisy or if it's too windy and the microphones are picking up all that noise rather than your voice, it will switch those off and it'll go to an internal mic, which basically just picks up the sounds you're making within your ears. There's an app on the phone that allows you to adjust the music to exactly how you want. You may be listening to audiobooks, you can set it for that, you can bring the bass up. The equalizer is excellent. Long battery life, up to 7 hours without a charge, and then you've got up to 28 hours if you're using the case. You can connect 2 devices, so the way that I use this is I've got it connected to my phone, and sometimes I'll have it connected to the PC as well. When a call comes in, it just switches across. And it's a really fast pair with the Bluetooth. As far as durability goes, well, the case is nice and sturdy, and you've got an IP55 rating for the dust and waterproof of it. With regards to the battery, you don't have to use 2 earbuds. You can just use one earbud and the other one can be charging so that you don't miss out on anything. So all round, it's a nice little package. Having a look at the case that they come in, you can see it's got a USB-C connector on the back. The case is actually QI enabled for faster charging, and obviously over here we've got a USB-C connector. Now you do get a cable with it, which I'll show you, and different size earbuds for a comfort fit, but I've got these lying around all over the house, so it's simply a case of popping it in, and on the front there you can see that it's charging. Now that's amber, but it'll turn green when it's fully charged. You get all the information on your phone as well about the capacity that's still left in it. What do I like about these Jabra Elite 5s that makes them better than some of these others that I've got here? Right, they are very comfy, easy to put in, simple as that. Twist it and it's in, and that's not coming out, so you can do any sort of sport, running, any activity that you want. Very quick to connect. Excellent battery life on them, so I think I've already said around about 27-28 hours with the case. They're quick charge and up to 7 hours each, so you don't need to use them both together. You can be charging one and using the other one. Nice small case and USB-C charger on the back. Very quick to connect with the Bluetooth. Excellent range with the Bluetooth. The app on the phone, the Jabra app on the phone, just makes them very easy to control, whether that's the ANC, whether it's the graphic equalizer if you're listening to voice, etc, etc. So that's really good. More than loud enough or more than quiet enough, depending how you want to listen to them. The call quality is excellent. I think for me, that I'm on the phone a lot, and that's the main thing. I don't want the people that I'm listening to be saying, sorry, what did you say? What did you say? And these, you don't get any of that with these, so absolutely fantastic. let's just compare those to some of the others. So here I've got a range, and we'll quickly go through the pros and cons. ANC, which is the main reason that I buy things. I first started off with this set of Bose headphones, but they're not Bluetooth, they're wired. I think they're Quiet 15 or something like that. But they were superb on the plane, and that got me into it. Let's just close that. So later on, I got this set of headphones. Now, these are Jabra, and again, these are absolutely fantastic on the plane. The only trouble is, when you do go to sleep, if I put them on, when you do go to sleep and you're leaning to one side, they're not the comfiest of things. So in all honesty, that's the reason why I've upgraded to these, just something that I can put inside me ear so that I can sleep easy and still get the benefits of ANC. Right, let's go through these. The first ones that I got were the Samsung, the Samsung earbuds. They're quite uncomfy when they're in your ear for a period of time. These are ANC. They sound okay and everything, and they look okay, but they do get a bit uncomfy. The battery life's not fantastic. What I find most difficult about these is actually trying to get them out. That tends to happen. Anyway, you pop them in, they'll charge. They're a USB-C as well. I definitely recommend Samsung earbuds, but they're not my preference. The ones that I really liked were these Huawei ones. Now that was because, one, they're easy to get out, and two, take this as one out, they're very easy to put in. That's it. Take them out, put them in, no messing around. Again, you do have to do that with inner earbuds, but then again, they block out all the noise. These don't block out all the noise. So pop them back. But I really did like these, but these have gone a bit haywire, and the voice quality, I'm always getting complaints when I call people, but they're nice to have around. These are from iMore. I can't remember what they're called, or One More I should say. Best thing about these is they're so easy to get out. You just press down there, it lifts that up, and you take it out. Now, again, these, I keep getting the wrong one out. These are comfy and they're easy-ish to put in. They do block some of the noise out, although they're not ANC. And when you pop them in, you've got to just fiddle around and get them seated in there. The call quality is okay on it though, but they are a bit fiddly, not the best, and no ANC. Pop that back. Last but not least, we've got the Apple EarPods. I do like these. My daughter has got an iPhone, and they do connect really easily, but only as easily as these new Jabra ones. I like that you can, again, just pop them in and that's it, they're done. These aren't going anywhere neither. This is the first generation. We've got the second generation, this is the second generation with the wireless charging. We've got the first generation as well. For my daughter, at some point, I'm presuming that we're just going to get the ones with ANC, the Pro ones, just to move it up a bit. But that is a rough roundup of what I use and why these Jabra Elite 5s have become my favourites. Let's have a look at the app. The first thing to do is to open it. So we're going to Entertainment and then into the Jabra app. And because they're already in here, it brings up the information on them. So we've got the Jabra Elite 5. Each one is 100% charge, and the case, there's 40% charge left in it. We're on hear through, and you can change how much hear through you want. Or we're on active noise cancellation. You can see there that we're at maximum on that, or you can turn it off, you choose. So this is just the front screen, and down at the bottom you've got your equalizer. You can choose your presets for that, so speech should take the treble up and the bass down. You can boost the treble even more. You've got your bass boost, which brings that up. So lots of different ones there, or you can just change them yourself. Depending on what you're listening to, you can have it entirely at your settings. And then down at the bottom, if you just want to relax, you can put pink noise on, which is like white noise basically. Right, let's go into the settings up at the top because there's lots to go through. So these are the detail settings that you go into. So we're up to date on the firmware, you can see that. I'm not going to go into it. Go into headset settings. You've got different experiences that you can configure. So you've got your audio experience. If we go into that, what this one does is if you take your earbuds out, it'll pause the music so it doesn't carry on playing when you're not listening. And obviously when hear-through's on, it'll continue to play, or you can change that to mute audio. So if you're going to tap it so that you can hear what's going in the outside, it'll stop the music so that you can hear everything. Let's go back from that. We've got call experience. So auto answer calls, that's something that I don't like, but great if you want to be hands-free, I suppose. Auto mute the microphone. If you talk to somebody and you take the earbuds out, the microphone will turn off. The side tone's really useful. If you've got earbuds in and everything's blacked out, you'll tend to raise your voice because you can't hear yourself talking. And this just allows you to alter how much you can hear yourself talk so that you're not shouting. And this, when you're in a call, it automatically shows up on the screen so that you can change anything. Let's go back from that. And the actual configuration of the headset itself. So I've got it on hear through, ANC and off. And that's basically, you can cycle through each of those when they're in your ear. You can either have your hear through, your ANC or your off. Really, really useful thing. You can set whether or not you want to actually have them detect themselves when they're in an ear. And if we go back again, I've already got my voice assistant set up as Google. You can have it as Alexa if you want, but I tend to use Google in the car and places like that. So we've got it set up as Google. You can personalize your headset. So active noise cancellation. You can decide how much you want it cancelling the outside world. I'll have it on full. You can change the level of the ANC in each ear, which is a really good thing. And it'll personalise it as well for your environment. Let's come out of that though. My controls. So this is where you set it up for the tapping. So for example, for music, I've got it set up as single press to play or pause, double press for the next track, triple press to restart it. And if I hold the button in, it'll go straight to the assistant. And it says it's the Google Assistant there. And you can really get down to finite detail for configuring. Let's go back again. Incoming calls, exactly the same. You set it up for what you want it to do. And controls for active calls, they're all on there. If we come back out of there, well, the one thing that I forgot to say is the voice that speaks to you. It's a lovely voice, really calming and very clear. The last thing that I wanted to show you was, if your earbuds are lost, you can discover them. So I'm going to pop these earbuds back into the case so that they're disconnected. And then it goes to that screen there and you can find your Jabra device. Just pops up on the map and it will tell you roughly where they are, and that is pretty much exactly where they are. So that's a good little thing to have if you're misplacing your earbuds all the time. One of the things that I look for most in a headset is the quality of the call for the other person. So let's see how these mics work. We're outside, there's some background noise. I'm going to call my answer phone and then we'll listen back to it. Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Right, so I've left the message, now we'll listen to it. Okay, so for the call quality test, now you saw that it was done outside, there was background noise. I wasn't speaking any louder than I am doing now, and let's just see what it sounds like. I'm going to use this conference call speaker.
No new messages. Main menu. For your messages, press 2. 3. Saved messages, 10:47 a.m.
Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
Press 2.
Now you can tell from that the microphones on these are absolutely excellent. I would have no qualms in phoning somebody up and thinking that they wouldn't be able to hear me. They're absolutely perfect. Something else that I really appreciate with earbuds or headsets is the quality of the Bluetooth connection. So I'm going to start playing something now. I'll walk away and we'll see how far I can get from the phone before it breaks up. Leave the phone there. And there's no breaking up at the moment. Still no breaking up. It's just starting to crackle. It's clear when I stand still. Still clear. Starting to break up now. Still playing though. Right, so this is the distance. I can still hear it, but it's right on the edge. So this distance is absolutely fantastic. No breaking up whatsoever. Right then, so that test is certainly a big win. I mean, look at the distance there. If you're out in the garden or around the house, I mean, when I'm using these in the house, you've got walls and floors. I can still walk around the house. I mean, it's a long house, it's about 60 odd feet long. I can't go from end to end, but if the phone's in the middle, I'm okay walking around downstairs and upstairs. So in summary, what do I think of the Jabra Elite 5? Pretty much perfection. I've shown you the others and some of the things that I dislike about those. Well, the connection on these is quick. The Bluetooth distance is fantastic. The sound quality is superb. The controllability from the app is fantastic. How you can set these up to do different things, really, really easy. The ANC is perfect, especially as I say, if there's any engineering noise, like when you're on a plane, which is the reason that I've got them. But they're comfy as well, which means that I can go to sleep on the plane without the headset knocking against me as I'm trying to nod off. So do I recommend them? I most certainly do.